afternoon, family. I'm 78th Assembly District Leader Dion Powell here in Bronx, New York, Arthur Avenue, in my district, Fordham Road, Kingsbridge, Tackle Garden, etc. Today we have a special guest here with the Bronx Conservative Party. We cannot endorse the candidates yet, but we can bring up lots of community leaders here. This gentleman is no stranger to the Bronx, born in the Bronx, New York State Libertarian Party. Larry, come on back.
Hey everybody.
Whoa!
If you want to. So guys, I want to say very happy that you guys came here to Bronx. As you guys know, I'm actually originally from the Bronx. I was actually born in St. Vincent's Hospital in Manhattan, and clearly the St. Vincent's is gone now, but that's where I was born. Moved up here into the Bronx as a little kid, right by Yankee Stadium, believe it or not, back in the old days. For those of you who remember, the New York Giants actually played at Yankee Stadium for a short period of time in the 70s. I remember that. Some of you who are younger might not remember that piece, but I do. So I'm happy to be back in the Bronx, of course. But for those of you who don't know, I've been traveling across this state, going to every single county in this state for the past 8 years. I'm on my 7th run going to every single county. Why? Because I believe that localism matters. I believe it's important that localism does matter here in the state. We should be able to be who you want to be, where you want to be. Now they say, but Larry, wait a minute, we have a problem here. And that problem is the Democrats run this state 3-1 Democrat to Republican. How can we change anything? That is a great question. It's a great question. Right now, if you lean left or if you lean right, you're not happy. Because the establishment always wins. The establishment takes care of everything all the time, does whatever they want to do, and we just sit here and get screwed. But wait a minute, Larry, I want to be different. You cannot in this state. The state wants more and more centralized control. More and more control of every aspect of your life. If you look at everything across this state that's expensive, and there are 3 parts of the state that we're concerned about: safety, affordability, and opportunity. When it comes to affordability, what's more expensive in this state? Every aspect. We did exactly the worst thing. We've made our necessities expensive and our luxuries cheap. The exact opposite of what we should have. So if I want to have cool sneakers, I got that, but I can't pay my rent? How does that work? That's what we've done. And you know, everything has become so expensive. It's run by the government. We need healthcare, run by the government. Housing, run by the government. Schooling, run by the government. Everything that's expensive goes up because of the government. Everything that goes into the free market comes down every single time. How do I know that? Look at the 2 parts of medical that are together with each other. Look at medical that is essential, medical that's non-essential. Essential, like I have a problem with my heart or my body. Non-essential, I want cosmetic dentistry, I want body enhancement, something like that. In every single case, cosmetic has come down. Why? Government doesn't run it. Everything else, government has gone up. Remember back in the days when you were old enough, remember LASIK eye surgery? Used to be per eye, it was so expensive. Remember that? Yeah. Well, you remember, yep, used to be per eye. Now everybody gets it. Cosmetic dentistry used to be only for the wealthy. Now anybody can get it if they want it. Doesn't matter. Why? Whatever government runs, it goes up. Do you know government runs every single hospital bed in the state? Every hospital bed is chosen by the government. It's called a certificate of need. This is what keeps happening here in the state, again and again and again. We have to change that. Localism, breaking this hold of one city, Albany, controlling everything. If we do that, we can make our city, our state, we can make things better here. Second piece, opportunity. Opportunity piece we have to worry about. How can we move forward? When I was a kid in the Bronx, here's what I remember. Some of you older remember this. When I was a kid in the Bronx, there used to be girls who used to sit out on the stoop and braid hair. They would braid hair for money. That's against the law now in New York City. New York State. You have to have a license. You have to go to college to braid hair now. That's true. Yes, licensing is crushing our state. Letting people who would usually come here and start their own business all of a sudden fall apart. Regulation crushing our state again and again and again. How do I know that? Have you noticed all the diners going out of business? Yes. Yes. You're all noticing it. All the small businesses going out of business, and what comes in? A Subway comes in. McDonald's comes in. Right? A chain comes in. Why does a chain come in? Because the chain is actually a huge business that can lobby the government for whatever it wants. A chain is big. It can lobby the government. Individual Joe's Diner can't do that anymore. When I was a kid in the Bronx, there was a place called Joe's Pizza. It's on 161st Street. Changed over when he passed away. He was from Italy. Changed over, became Paula's Pizza, it was a starter. Now it's a Subway. The owner is in Connecticut. So local people don't own local things anymore. That's what's destroying our neighborhood. Chains come into on everything. That's opportunities. Not just that. Our entire education system is run and broken by the government. You see it all the time. You see people who have master's degrees and they're baristas. All the time. You see people who get great degrees supposedly here in SUNY schools, in CUNY schools, and can't get employed. Or worse part, underemployed. They're underemployed because we have not done a good job. What's one of the biggest reasons? Trades. We've taught our youngsters that going into a trade is a bad idea. We've taught our young men that, oh, that's for the bad kids, it's for the dumb kids, don't go there. Yet now, for every 3 people who do the trades, we're gonna get 1 in. Why do you think you have so many migrants? Why were they so eager to bring migrants in? Why? Who's gonna fill all those jobs? We've convinced and brainwashed our young men to not do them. Not they can't do them, of course they can. We've convinced them to not do it, that we need them, they can't do it. Meanwhile, so they go out and get a degree, they can't get a job, and they get 50 grand in debt. Meanwhile, their friend, the dumb kid who went to BOCES and got himself, he's now a plumber or a carpenter, he's got no debt, he's making 70, 80, 100 grand a year. Who's the dumb kid now? Right? We've blown them. To fix that situation also, we have to have affordability and opportunity here in the state and in the city. And the last thing, safety. What we've done when it comes to safety is 2 things wrong. 1, we've decided that the state decides how we should be policed. No, local people decide how they want to be policed. Support the police force as you want to in your local areas. Support our sheriffs too. We ignore our sheriffs. What you don't realize is the sheriff is the only law enforcement officer that can't lose his job or her job if they decide to fight back against the state. They can. They're elected. Police forces can't. They're stuck. They're screwed. There's a second piece. We always fight the police chief and the cops. You know who actually affects everything? The DA. We ignore the DAs. The DA decides. Cops only arrest people the DA is going to prosecute. If the DA changes how they prosecute, cops change how they arrest. You want to support the cops? Better DAs. You want to support the cops? Better DAs. You want to support the cops? Better sheriffs. That's how we support our cops. You want to have more safety? You support the Second Amendment. You allow people to defend themselves. How do I know this? See what happened in Ohio. In Ohio, they used to have strict gun laws. Now, Ohio has big cities, has Cincinnati, has Cleveland. They said, you know what, basically it's constitutional carry right now. What happened? 43% drop in crime. When you are allowed to protect yourself, criminals recognize that and stop. The lowest crime rates across the states are those states that have the least gun control laws. The Second Amendment is important. We should be able to defend ourselves. You should ask that Marine, Daniel Penny, remember him?
Yep.
Tries to defend people, and ultimately goes to jail? Yeah, sorry?
Daniel Penny.
Yes, Daniel Penny, yes. Right. Yeah, all of a sudden now he's gone. He goes to jail. Luckily, finally we as New Yorkers went not guilty. But why was he even arrested? In New York State, it's against law to defend yourself. And it should not be. Now again, Second Amendment is not a requirement. If you don't want to have a firearm, you don't have to. But it is a right. If you want to defend yourself, you may. Go one step further. Second Amendment is about arms, not guns. You want to defend yourself with nunchucks, go ahead. I'm joking, but I'm not. Meaning that if you, for example, as you know, they outlaw body armor. Why can't I defend myself?